Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this lovely, beautiful, dashing pyramid bag. So if this is something you would like to see, please stay tuned to the channel and let's go straight into today's video. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using an Ankara fabric, mix a black fabric, and the stabilizer I'm using is a carry board. Some people call it carry board, some people call it fiber, depending on what's called in your location. And this fiber that you're seeing is actually an 8 inches in width, and I am going to cut out 6 inches in height. So this is going to serve as the body, 8 inches in width and 6 inches in height. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect my lines. Then from the sides, I am going to go in by 1.5 inches. Then I'll just make my slant. So that is what is going to give us that triangular pyramid shape. So after I do this, I'll just go ahead and cut out the pattern and I'll duplicate it on another carry bag. So this is 2, and this is going to be serving as the first and second body. Now to determine the handle, I went ahead and measured the top, then I removed half inches from what I got from the top. So I got around 5 inches, so I'm going to be measuring 4.5 inches, and the width of this overall thing that I'm cutting out for the handle is a 3 and 3/4. So this is just me going out by 3/4 of an inch. So I'll make my markings like that. So I'm just going to go out by 3/4 of an inch all the 4 sides. Then I'm going to make tiny curves on the edges, so that when I cut it, it will not be a square, but it will just have this tiny curve on the edges, both on the in and the out. So guys, just keep watching and see what I am doing. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to the channel. You are highly welcome. I love you and God bless you. And if you're just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe and also click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post in new tutorials, because on this channel we have many more amazing tutorials to show you guys. So I have another tutorial where I made something similar like this. One is a saddle bag. The handle was actually attached to the bag, and the other one was a square bag and the handle was also attached to the bag. And I'm going to put the link of those two tutorials in the description box so that you'll be able to see how to cut out this kind of handle and be able to wrap it, and to be able to see that there are different types of bags you could actually make with this kind of tactics, that the handles are attached to the bag, not separate. So after I cut out that handle part, I'm going to cut out two of that. So this is just me measuring the sides and the bottom so that I'll be able to know the amount of measurements I'm going to be measuring for to cut out the sides. So I have a link on I have a tutorial already on the description. I have a tutorial already on the channel on how I made this kind of corset. I like referring people to that tutorial because it is a well detailed tutorial. I had to dedicate that tutorial to this kind of corset because I realized it was actually trending and a lot of people don't know how to make that particular corset. So I had to dedicate that tutorial so that I'll be able to explain it properly. So this is just me tracing out the my outer body on a cardboard paper, popularly known as chipboard. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. I've already cut out my sides as well and the bottom. So like I said, I'm going to put the link on the description box so that you'll be able to go and see. So this is just me going out by 1/4 of an inch. I'm going out by 1/4 of an inch upwards and sidewards. I'm going to go out by 1/4 of an inch on one part like this, then I'll cut it off, and I'm going to go out by 1/4 of an inch by the side as well. Please, I'm doing them. What I did for one is what I'm going to do for the two. I'm going to go out by 1/4 of an inch upwards and sidewards like this. This is because I don't want the lining part to be poking out when I am done with my bag. So I just hope you don't miss this part. It's very, very essential. So after I cut it out, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to start coupling my bag. Start coupling my bag. So as we know, we are using an Ankara fabric, and a carry board is very, very hard. So I'll just go ahead and put a foam. I like putting foam on my carry board because it gives it this soft feel. So I have gone ahead and put my foam. This is just me trying to cut out the pieces I need to cover the outer part. And please make sure you are leaving at least one at least smallest inches you should leave should be 1/2 inches. But if you have enough fabric, make sure you are leaving up to 3/4 of an inch, or you are leaving 1 inches. So this is just me putting gum. I did not put gum from the foam side because the foam is already there, so I did not want it to scatter. So what I did was I just put the fabric like this, and I put it on the outer part. Then I'll just trim off the excess like this on small sha, up. So when I am done, this is what everything looks like: the lining and the lining, the top and the top, the two sides, and the bottom and the bottom and the sides. So for this one, I am not going to be having a different lining to cover it. I'm going to be using the same fabric. I'm going to be covering the lining on the same fabric. So this is just me trying to just show you how to go about it. So you make sure you are leaving at least 1/2 inches space so that you'll be able to use it to fold it in. This is because I am using an ordinary lining that they used to use to sew clothes. But if you are using a velvet lining, you don't need to do this. All you need to do is to just make sure you cut it inside so that the black lining will not be showing. But if you are using an ordinary lining like the way I am doing like this, make sure you leave at least 1/2 inches so that you'll be able to fold it in the way I'm folding it in like this, so that it will not unravel and it will not be showing outside when you are stitching. So when you are done, you just cut off the excesses and you just go ahead and do the same thing for the other part. So I've gone ahead and do the same thing for the other parts. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to go and stitch. I'll stitch at the top first before I stitch the sides together. Then now it's time to start joining our body together. So I am just going to make a markings. It is less than 1/4 of an inch. I'll just use that as a guide to sew the handle. Then I'll just go ahead and join my corset, the two together. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to make the same 1/4 of an inch marking on the outer body. If you know your machine cannot sew at this point, I would advise you use a shoemaking super glue to glue it, but my machine could stitch. So this is just me trying to make sure what I am going to draw is going to be the same thing, so that one will not be longer than the other. Then I'll just go to the sewing machine and stitch. Like I said, if you know your sewing machine cannot stitch, you could use a gum here. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to start trimming any excesses. The reason why you need to trim off all these excesses is because when you put your gum and you join the two bodies together, with time it will start coming up. But when you trim off any excesses and you put your gum, you are sure that okay, in the future there's nothing that is going to be coming up, because if this gum dry, hey, you cannot separate these two panels together. So please make sure you are very, very generous while applying your gum. You apply, unlike when you were putting, unlike in the beginning where I was just applying on one part. Now you have to apply on both the chipboard and the carry board so that it will be able to stick to each other. So after you apply it, you let it dry a little bit. You just leave it for some seconds for it to just shy iska. Let me speak Hausa for you. For it to just receive breeze small. God, oh. Then you now join them together. Please make sure you are being careful when you join them together. Make sure you arrange it nicely when you are joining it together, because if I started from the top, this is because if anywhere that you put together like this, it will be hard for it to come out without tearing the particles. So that's why you need to be careful. So I was just using my hand to just smoothen everything. If you have an armlet, that's the name of the hammer, rubber hammer. So you could use it to hit it so that it will stay in place, and you go ahead and do the same thing for the second side. And that is like basically everything about this tutorial, guys. It is simple, it is beautiful, it is classic, it is trending, it is everything. I hope you learned something from this tutorial, guys. I hope you're going to give me a thumbs up and also say something nice in the comment section. I also hope you're going to share this channel to your loved ones and people out there. You know, this channel is a free channel, and the least you can do is to share this channel and to your loved ones so that they will be able to subscribe. I hope you learned something. Please, if you are just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we post in new tutorials. And this is the final look of the bag. I hope you learned something. See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.